The next question is from Assembly Member Pidgeon and relates to transparency and policing in London.
I would like to make clear that my first priority for local policing is protecting neighbourhood police officers. That's why I'm doubling the number of dedicated ward officers in every ward across London, so every single ward will have 2 dedicated police officers and 1 dedicated police community support officer. We also want to keep policing accessible, with 1 police station open to the public in each borough 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. As I've said before, I'd rather we weren't having to close front counters and changing access to policing in the capital. However, this is an unfortunate direct consequence of the cuts imposed on us by the government. The last Conservative and a Liberal Democrat coalition government started us down this road of massive cuts of policing in London by cutting £600 million from Met Police since 2010. The Met now has to make a further £400 million of savings from its budget on top of this by 2021. London's police service relies on a vast majority of its funding from central government, and this leaves very little fat in the Met's budget to trim, which is forcing us to make extremely difficult decisions. The proposals that MOPAC are consulting on jointly with the Met will see around half of police station counters close, releasing around £170 million in capital receipts to reinvest in policing and saving £10 million a year, equivalent to over 170 officers. It follows that if these savings aren't made from front counters, which are generally little visited, then the number of officers policing that capital will need to be reduced further. As far as the consultation is concerned, this is a genuine process of discussion with Londoners to engage with local communities about the changes and is running until the 6th of October. My Deputy Mayor for Policing and Crime, Sophie Linden, has been meeting with stakeholders to discuss the proposals and is continuing to do so, as well as attending public meetings. People can also contribute their views in writing to MOPAC and by email, or through a bespoke questionnaire, and many people have already done so. As I said, this is a genuine process, which was clear from the way we listened to some suggestions that you had about the way some of the questions in the consultation were worded, and these have now been amended. In addition, there are public consultation meetings being held in boroughs to discuss the proposed changes with the public. So far, 10 have taken place, and they've been well attended. There are many more planned. These are locally led and have been advertised in the boroughs. More information can also be found on the MOPAC website.
Why has it taken you 2 months to publish consultation meetings in each borough about your closure programme?
Those are published locally, and so it's a local Met decision. You'll be aware that the month before September is August, when many people go on holiday. And so I think the plan taken by local leaders was to have the meetings in September when people return from holidays rather than August.
But you would normally expect when you publish a plan to have the set of dates. You know, the first meeting at Kensington and Chelsea took place on the 6th of September with only 24 hours notice. Planned borough meetings on the 7th and 8th of September were changed with 2 days notice. Are you happy with this seemingly shambolic nature of your consultation?
Well, these are meetings organised locally. They're locally organised, and so if you're criticising, for example, the council, Kensington and Chelsea, I note that and I'll pass that on to them. If you're criticising other councils and other borough commanders, I'll pass on your criticisms. But you'll appreciate the good reasons why they probably don't want to consult in August.
But your office has said the consultation meetings are led by the Met, and so they've not created any meaningful publicity. But it's your responsibility to oversee the consultation on your plan. And for all the disagreements I had with the previous Deputy Mayor for Police, he personally attended consultations in every single borough over a 2-month period in 2013, when, and as I understand it, the current Deputy Mayor is planning to attend only a few. How does this complete lack of public engagement fit with your claims, Mr Mayor, to be the most transparent mayor in London's history?
No, I mean, that's a speech, not a question, and it's inaccurate. The Deputy Mayor for Policing and Crime has attended many, many public meetings. There'll be at least 32 meetings in every borough across London. A number of the members of the public have been responding via the website, via the questionnaire. Numbers have responded by coming to those public meetings. It simply is inaccurate to suggest that the previous Deputy Mayor attended more meetings than the current Deputy Mayor. And I understand the reasons why you're embarrassed because of your responsibility starting these cuts in 2010, and so you're using process to mask the substantive position. The substantive point is this: we are having to make these cuts because of decisions made by the previous government and the current government. We're trying to involve as many members of the public as we can, and we're carrying doing so. The consultation ends on October the 6th. There is still time for people to get involved, and energy should be spent getting Londoners involved in those consultations. The Safer Neighbourhood boards are doing a good job advertising the meetings. Ward panels are doing a good job. They're using local newspapers and posters, and we should use all the means we can to get Londoners involved in the consultation.
I understand the position you're in, Mr Mayor, but given the fact you publish your document, you would normally publish your full suite of consultation meetings at that time, even if they were in September, to give people notice. You can't expect people to turn up with a couple of days' notice. Some of the meetings were then cancelled. They were changing every day on the MOPAC website. You own the police estate. It is your responsibility. And given, in my view, the failings of your office in dealing with this consultation, will you extend the length of the consultation to really make sure people in Croydon, for example, have got to get their response in the day after their public meeting? Give people a bit more time, have more time with these meetings and truly engage with Londoners.
I understand this smokescreen. It's been used by politicians of all parties before. The point is, if I'd have organised centrally, can you imagine the criticism if Weedon City Hall imposed meetings in London, imposed a date, imposed a venue a month ago? The Assembly would be the first to criticise us for not allowing local police, local politicians to be involved in the meetings. Because we've asked Safer Neighbourhood boards, we've asked ward panels, we've asked local leaders to organise the consultation, we're being criticised for not being control freaks. The substantive point is this: we're having to make big changes across policing in London, including having to close front counters, including having to reduce police staff and make big changes as a consequence of decisions made in 2010 and decisions made in 2015. And we'll make sure between now and October the 6th we try and involve as many Londoners as we can, because these decisions affect all Londoners.
It's disappointing. I don't think you have a grip of what's going on here, Mr Mayor.
Time is up for Assembly Member Pidgeon.